Hello, welcome back, guys. So, today our topic is different types of methods to search for evidence. So, searching of evidence is a very crucial step which have to be taken place near the crime scene, right? So, there are four different kinds of methods to search for the evidence. So, the first step is known as strip method. In this strip method, whole area is divided into blocks, rectangle shaped blocks. Then, searchers proceed along tracks parallel to one side of the rectangle looking for the clues. Then, search must be caution, slow, and steady so that no physical evidence is missed, which means this is diagrammatic representation of the strip method. So, this let us take that this is the line of approach or point of entry, and this is our crime scene. So we have to divide the whole crime scene into block that is rectangular shaped blocks. So this is one block, this is one block, and this is one block. You can see the lines, right? So then the search will be proceed along the tracks parallel to one side of the rectangle. Means from here to here. So in within this block, it's like two times you're taking a turn for the searching of the evidence. So this is parallel to this. Then in this block, this is parallel to this. So this is known as strip method. Here the search must be caution. It have to be slow and steady so that no physical evidence will be missed from our eye point of view. Then spiral method. In the name itself, you know what you mean by spiral, right? So spiral method means here the search will start outside the area of crime scene. Okay, so just outside of the area of the crime scene will start there. Then we will move along the path of the spiral till we reach to the center, and in that way we're gonna find the evidence. Okay, that is known as spiral method. You can see the diagrammatic representation of that also. Then zone or quad method. Zone or quad method, which means here the area of crime scene is blocked into big squares. Yeah, so here the area of crime scene is blocked into big squares. Then it is subdivided into blocks where this is assigned to individual searchers. So this is a whole crime scene. We're going to divide it into first normal blocks. Then again one block is again subdivided into different kinds of blocks. Now these whole small boxes are there, right? So that will be assigned to individual searcher, it seems. Okay, so this is a zone method or also called as quad method. Then wheel method. You know what you mean by wheel, wheel in a circle kind of, right? So here in this, the area of crime scene is marked as circle. Searching of evidence starts from the center of the circle, which it proceeds along the radii. Repeat the process several times depending on the size of the circle. Okay, so this is known as a wheel method where the investigator will start finding the evidences from the center point of the circle. So from center point of the circle, they'll proceed to the radii. You know what do you mean by radii? This is the radius of the circle, right? So along the radius, they'll move in the direction, this direction or this direction or this direction, whatever direction it may be. But they'll just start from the center of the circle, and they will repeat this process several times depending on the size of the circle. Whether if it's in the kind of indoor, then they will be like searching for the evidence maybe like 2 to 3 times. But if it is a very big place, then the process will proceed to several more times. Then how to look for the clues? Let us take two different crime scenes, indoor crime scene and outdoor crime scene. So let us first see of indoor crime scene. In indoor crime scene, searching along the line of approach and departure, which means here the way of looking for the clues will be starting from the line of approach and departure, which I already mentioned you that the crime scene paths are divided into five things, right? The line of approach, point of entry, actual crime scene, the point of exit, and the line of retreat. So here the searching along the line of approach and departure, which means the line of retreat is the same thing. Departure is the exit. Then Take a definite position or object as starting point, mostly doors. Indoor crime scene means more. What are the examples of indoor crime scene? A house. And what can the example of crime maybe? A robbery. So take a definite position or object as a starting point. Like we have to take a starting point as a door. And from the door, we have to start looking for the evidences. Then start moving clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Means if you're taking the door as a definite position or fixed position, then from that you can move to the clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, and in that kind of direction you can just search for the evidence in an indoor crime scene. Then the most important thing, search for evidence on floor, walls and even ceilings. So here, what can be the biggest disadvantage of the investigation officers is they'll be more focused to look on the evidences found on the floor and little bit on walls, but they sometimes forget to look up on the ceilings also. So we have to search for evidence on the floor, walls, and even ceilings. It is an important, crucial step in finding the clues or evidences in indoor crime scene. Then case to outdoor crime scene. Here, the investigator officers, the clue members, should divide into teams or groups and search accordingly to the allotted areas. If the area of crime scene is the wider area, outdoor crime scene, let us take example of again a forest. And in a forest, there a murder have taken place. The murder crime have taken place, and it's really a vast area. Then the investigator officers and the clue members will divide themselves. Okay, so let us take an example that there were 10 investigator officers or the clue members. Then they will be dividing into two groups, that is, 5 members of the one team and other 5 members of the other team. And again, in that 5 members team, there will be a leader who will guide and who will supervise the other team members. See, usually in these separating teams, a leader will be present for guidance and supervision. So it's really simple. Okay, then next thing, where to look for clues? Floors, doors, ceilings, walls, behind the trunks or mattresses, suitcases, tables, etc. Literally, like everything will be covered when you are looking for the clues. We shouldn't leave any small trace or evidence, or we shouldn't take anything as light. Okay? Then, any suspicious changes in paint, floor, curtains, switchboards, and etc. So, I want to explain you a recent case which have taken place in India. I'm not sure about the location or place exactly, but there is a crime which have taken place where a wife murders his husband, and she will bury him inside their own house with the help of her friend. Okay, so what they did is at night they have removed the floors, the tiles, floor tiles, and they have buried deeper till they reached the soil, ground, etc. Then they have buried him and again kept the whole soil. And then when it's time to keep the floor tiles, what they did is they kept the other tiles. The tiles which are not matching with the original one or old one. So when the this husband's family have reported a case that his brother or his son is not lifting his calls and he is not answering anything of the text messages, then they got suspicious and they started the investigation from their house itself. So when police have arrived, they have seen that it was suspicious because only the 4 to 5 floor tiles were different from the other things, and they were really new. Be like you can differentiate what are the new tiles and not what are the old tiles, right? So then they got suspicious and they have removed it, and again they have digged into it, and then they have seen that the husband body was buried inside that, and there was a really kind of foul smell from there. So this is a very recent case which have happened 2 to 3 months back maybe. So any suspicious changes in the paint, floor, curtains or switchboards is very important, and even paints also. Okay, then we have to remember these 2 points. That's why I have written in the black pen. This can be asked for your entrance exam point of view. In outdoor crime scenes, combination of zone and spiral methods both are used. Whereas in indoor crime scene, spiral method is universally accepted. Spiral method, which I've said, that will start from the outside of the area of the crime scene and then we'll move in the spiral method till we reach to the center. Zone method and quad method both are same as I said, right? Then spiral method is the same thing. Okay, so zone method, which I have said here earlier. By seeing the diagram only you can understand that it can be useful for the outdoor crime scene because it will be in a very vast area. So you'll subdivide into each thing and do that. So this is all about today's topic, that is the different types of methods to search for evidence and how to look for clues and for where we can look for the clues. So I can say you that this can be an important question. So if you have find this video informative, then please like and subscribe.